Hey, you guys, welcome to your reading. We're going to go straight into advice. I don't know, Spirit was talking to me this morning about um, somebody's energy that I was connecting with in the collective is like needing advice, needing guidance, needing support. And the way that it was coming through was like, I don't know, not so much like, because sometimes I pull your current energy and spirit was like, we're going to go straight into the healing. So we're going to start with the ancestor oracle. Thank you, spirit. Okay. So you got live out loud, collective. Live out loud. The way that the energy feels for me channeling on this end, it's like, there's such a clarity that wants to come through. Um, So maybe that's for somebody I'm connecting with, that there's just this need to finally get clear about something and then move forward. Or you're in this energy of like, I am getting very clear about something and I need to move forward. It says, express yourself. You have something to say. Share your voice and magic. Express your you-ness. The way you express yourself won't make everyone happy. That's okay. You are not meant to be. Living out loud and self expression look differently for everyone. For outgoing extroverts, self expression may be dancing on tables and screaming your point of view. Introverts may speak out in other ways and save the louder parts of their personalities for loved ones. So there's definitely a strong message. This is a water element. This is in the area of vulnerability. This is in the area of emotions. It feels like Spirit is saying, um, this is your opportunity. Like you're getting clear on like what is for you and what is not for you, or what is you and what isn't you. Some of you guys are coming into this greater embodiment of who you actually are. And I think there's a piece that comes through that I can even feel on this end. It's a peace and it's a calm, but it's kind of like a finally. Oh my gosh, I've been wanting to feel this. Or if you're not quite in this energy, this is foreshadowing what's coming up as a result of the work that you're doing on yourself. It says self expression looks different for everyone. Yeah, there's something here about being very accepting of who self is, collective, who you are, and then also understanding that people can be different from you, but this isn't about wearing a mask. It isn't about people pleasing. It's very much so about like coexisting. That is the unconditional love of the higher self. Because when you completely love and accept yourself, which is part of the advice I feel for some of you, you're like moving in that direction, then it allowed you reflect that it gets reflected back to you in your experience. So some of you are certainly being called into this higher place excuse me, of self-love. um it's like being unapologetic about who you are and like loving who you are, which means you would have probably had to do a good amount of shadow work, addressing any wounding around that from past relationships or childhood or just all of it. Let's see what else is coming through ancestors. That's what the energy feels like for today's reading. It just feels like a healing, just a straight up, like, let's not mess around. Let's just get to the what feels like healing. So two cards popped out. You got miracles and then you got worthiness. I want to read you worthiness first. Okay, miracles and worthiness. It says, stop hiding, shrinking, and playing small. Stand tall like the majestic sycamore tree. You are mighty. Life does not need to be perfect for you to embrace your own perfection. Exactly what we were just saying, right? With the live out loud. Um, this energy, God, I just got the chills, of you finally seeing the beauty and the power of you, just you in your purest form, collective. It says, you matter. Worthiness is in your veins. Accept yourself now. Your birth certificate says that your birth certificate says that we need your overflowing magic, joy, and vulnerability. And most importantly, we need you. This is quite powerful. It's like the way that the author is writing this, and your ancestors are reminding you in this moment that you're listening to this, that when you were born, like that's when the permission began. That's when they're saying, that's when acknowledgement, that the flow of your magic, your vulnerability, it's so needed. You're a part of, you contribute to the collective consciousness in such a powerful way by truly saying, I love me. This isn't a generalized run of the mill self care, self love. This is not that surface level. This goes deeper. This is about really showing up to say, like, I'm not going to attack myself. I'm not going to criticize and pick apart these aspects of myself. This is about, like, not only am I enough for this world and the people that I want to be interacting with, um, but this is about recognizing the magic of who you really are. Like, there is power in who you really are. And that's what the collective truly needs. Not some fake version, some, version that seems pleasing to people. The real you. It says, you are deserving and worthy. The beautiful parts of you that everyone likes are worth loving. The parts that you and others dislike are worth loving too. Your creator loves you unconditionally. You're raising your vibration through learning how to truly accept yourself. This whole idea of, like, your flaws, I want to look at that with you, because what you may perceive as a flaw, like, I would challenge you to rethink that. Like, what counts as a flaw? Um, because even those aspects of you are useful, is what I'm getting. Um, they contribute. Your story, oftentimes it's the imperfections about you that are going to be the healing components for the people that you touch, the people you enlighten, the people you guide, the people that are inspired by you. Do you have, or would you consider having the courage to show that and love that more and appreciate that more? Because your story of, like, where you've come from to where you are now, imagine how many lives that can touch, and the energy that people really need to see and feel to know that you're real, not just some, like, image, but that you're real. What else are we doing here? I'm, like, getting so caught up in this energy. Okay, miracles. Last oracle card, and then we're going to go into the tarot for just more advice. More advice. Spirit side, we are showing up today. Okay, it says, you are a magnet for miracles. You are a miracle. You are a miracle. What if you truly allowed yourself to believe? All things are possible. Dare to dream bigger. It says, you claim you want miracles, but you take an I'll believe it when I see it approach. What if you will see it after you believe it? Okay. They're, like, not just doubling down, but they're tripling down on this message, and they're connecting it to your ability to reflect what it is you want back to you. But they're saying that you have to know inside yourself, you embody inside yourself the love. You have to be showing up in a loving energy within yourself. There's absolutely no experience out there outside of yourself that is just going to appear and bring you all of this validation that will give you a sense of safety and relief all of a sudden, that you can say, then now I know I'm enough. They're saying, no, you have to believe it first. You have to embody it first. It will then show up in your experience on a consistent basis. It says, believe that you deserve to be, do, have the world you want for yourself. Okay. You might be somebody who has wavered in your belief that you can have the things in this world and the experience in this world that you want. And maybe you've been waiting on it, waiting, by the clock, or always hoping that around the next corner, that's going to be it. They're saying, no, you're supposed to be finding yourself around the next corner. So if you can turn your focus from out there to in here and say, what can I do every single day to fall in deeper love, appreciation, and unconditional positive regard for myself? How can I show up and walk with myself in a way that I would want someone to walk with me? Because I think it's in manifestation, it's so much easier to externalize, like, okay, this is the experience that I want. This is the type of material world I want. This is the type of emotional world I want. This is the type of relationship, world, money, whatever I want. My job, I want. My body, my looks, my physical appearance, I want. But how are you a vibrational match to that which you want? And like, are you committed? Are you holding that frequency consistently? Let's see. It says, you can be your true self. Do what awakens your soul and have your desires. This is life's miracle. It's like they're saying they don't want you to see this as a burden, collective. They want you to see this as a gift and as a miracle. I've talked about this card before being a birthright. That feels like a miracle. It feels like a miracle, like, wow, this is the miracle of what I can actually have. And especially when it starts to show up. Sorry, it's starting to blur. Especially when it starts to, I don't know if it's going to refocus. Sorry. Especially when it starts to show up, that's when it might start to feel like a miracle. But like that first card said, this was on your birth certificate. So however you want to look at it, I would suggest looking at it as a birthright and saying, sorry, this is like really bothering me. There we go. Picture got to be right. Oh, okay. Yes, I am in the process of looking into getting a new camera. But it is your birthright. And it's like, how can I become a vibrational match to my birthright? Like, it was already in your inheritance. It's like, what is that thing? Like an endowment, a dowry, I don't know, something. It's like, these are the things that you are coming with. And all spirit wants for you in this reading is for you to fully recognize that they have always, your ancestors, your spirit guides, those who support you outside of this realm, that is what they have always known for you and felt for you. But it's you who has had the bumpy road or the wavering energy around fully walking in that. Because once you're stepped into that fully, you're not going to put too much stock or as much stock in what other people think of you, or if they approve of you or approve of what it is that you're engaging in, like your path and your purpose. It's also, collective, the gateway to your spiritual gifts coming on more fully and you manifesting them in a very physical and material way, like in your experience. It's also the gateway for soul family. It's also the gateway for deeper forms of divine love in partnership. Okay, I think we have gone into that enough. This has already been shuffled. I'm going to shuffle one more time for good measure. Already see the Judgment and the Queen of Cups here, which feels very in line with what we were just talking about through the Oracle card. And there it is, Judgment on the top. It's time for you to go higher in your calling, which means you have to go higher in yourself, which means connecting with your higher self every day, all the time. Embodiment. I said complete embodiment. Complete embodiment. Wow. Sorry, it's like first card out of the deck. I'm going to cover them up with my hand because of the guidelines. The Lovers. There's a choice here showing up in your energy that Spirit is wanting to talk to you about. The Lovers is about relationship. So some of you are learning this exact lesson about connecting with your higher self and self-love via relationships that you have with other people, okay? And for many of you, this energy is happening within you, with you, your feminine and your masculine energy within you. Now, the greater message of the Lovers is about the lower vibrational, more tempting, more physical world reality or choice. What's tempting in relationship with the self? But it's not in higher alignment with the angel here up on the top. Do you see that? Do you see how she's looking? She is seriously thinking about this. She's weighing, what am I going to do? And she sees that angel. Like, don't get it twisted. She sees that angel. You are aware of the higher self. You are aware of source and guidance here. But choices have to be made. Again, in relationship, there's aspects of you that may need to choose between other aspects of you that do not serve you, that are not in high vibrational alignment with that angel, metaphorically, guidance, or a person or people that you're dealing with, romantic partnerships, friendships, place it how it resonates. Okay. Some of these aspects are coming in as a distraction, Nine of Wands in reverse. It's like they are not in service of you and that higher calling and that higher realm. Yeah. They will throw you off of your game. If you choose to allow that, if you do that, yeah, they will have you showing up star in reverse. I'm covering up the nakedness here. Oh my God, I could keep going here. Two of Cups. We're talking about real reciprocal love. Some of you are learning this through relationship. You know, this Two of Cups in this specific deck, this deck is called This Might Hurt Tarot deck. The way that I'm receiving multiple upon multiple messages from these depictions, this is you with yourself for some of you. This is literally you with yourself. Reconciling the ego, making the decision to choose that higher vibrational relationship. And for those of you who are looking for divine love and partnership, do you see that, how that works? It's like when you choose higher divine love and relationship with yourself, when you come into union with self in such a way, how can you not reflect that outside of yourself in relationship? You will. It's only a matter of time. Okay. Advice for the collective, Spirit right now. Okay. Ace of Swords in the reverse. Let's get more. Whatever happened here with this Ace of Swords in reverse, and it might have been someone you're dealing with here in relationship, it would be something that felt very treacherous, very betrayal, very negative in your experience with this thing. Um, this is about moving forward here with the Three of Wands and expanding here. Mhm. You also have the Seven of Pentacles here in the reverse. Some of you guys are wondering where this is going to go with this individual. This person is showing up as the Queen of Wands in reverse. We have seen this person before. They might be somebody who's really self-absorbed and really self-centered. They might be somebody who um, I call it unethical, and you can kind of generalize that for however this person is showing up in your life. This could be someone from the past. Let's see what the advice is. I'm getting a sense of the energy here. What is the advice here with this Queen of Wands in reverse? This is somebody who, going back to that Lovers card, who you might be in separation with, but I'm also seeing a lot of clouded joy here. Let me show you how the energy is stacking up all together. It feels like a conquest that should not be pursued. I'm going to tell you right now. If some of you guys have been trying to figure out here with the Lovers, like what kind of choice do I make in love here? Look at this. Seven of Pentacles in reverse, the Sun in reverse, Three of Wands. You're supposed to be moving forward. It's like, are you waiting for your ships to come in with this individual? Spirit said no. Advice? You're supposed to be showing up as the Emperor. That is your advice. Protecting what's yours, protecting your energy, grounding your energy. This reading is all about self-love and choice. I would not be waiting for this person. This person's not showing up at this moment in high vibrational energy, and I feel like if you do try to wait or try to get them into a place of like, so Three of Wands into the Four of Wands, like trying to come into some sort of stability with this person, I feel like this is not a successful conquest. What else is your advice, Spirit? Thank you. What does collective really need to hear right now? Not a surprise. This is what you should be focusing on, that relationship with yourself. Look at what's on the top, what I just got done showing you earlier. That relationship with yourself will lead to a real, available to you right now, divine union. You know, when it comes to manifestation, like this energy, this of like waiting and like, is this gonna go anywhere? Is this a surefire bet? What should I do? Like, shouldn't I? I feel like the minute you get the lesson and you step into this divine union, and then you're starting to show up collective like this, like my cup runneth over. Do you see all that beautiful emotional energy? See that peace, that dove, that peace and tranquility with yourself. Guess who the hell rolls in? It's going to feel like this. It's not going to feel like, shouldn't I? Is it? I'm not as happy as I could be here. I'm waiting. Is this my ship? Queen of Wands in reverse. I'm not going to go into the depths of like the breakdown of this individual because that's not really what's showing up here. But they aren't at this juncture because people can change, right? Yeah, people can change, but this is how they're showing up right now. So it's almost as if Spirit saying it would be a greater act of self-love. It would be your investment proof to the universe that you really are ready. So whether it's this person or it's someone else, The proof is in you showing up for you right now. So it's like, do you love and trust yourself? Do you believe in your birthright? That really, that stamp that's on your birth certificate. Do you believe in the miracle? Do you need the miracle to break your door down? Because if that's what you're waiting for, you know how that card was like, I need to see it before I believe it. Or can you step into your worthiness? When you do that, that's like demanding of that manifestation, because then it has no choice. It's like, well, okay, well, they're in their worthiness, they're in their peace. Like the embodiment is there. You don't want to just call in anything. Advice, Spirit. Are you kidding me? Okay. All right. This just again. This just in again. The Tower in reverse is on the top. Okay. So there was something that happened with you and this individual in relationship that rocked your world. It would have been like the universe had to step in. Something to do with like whatever the foundation was that you built with this person could have been this Queen of Wands in reverse. And it, gender, you know, regardless of gender or sign, I don't like to stick to the signs because it's literally just the energy, and I want you to place it where it resonates for your life. You're going to know who this is. If you already have that feeling it's them, then it's them. But this situation was like whatever it was built on was not really on track for the long haul of your purpose and higher vibrational alignment. So with the Tower, Spirit would have had to come in and kind of do this on your behalf. And it may have just, like I said, rocked your world and tore some things down. Oftentimes the Tower can feel like having to start over in certain areas, rebuild, because it really is a tear down. So it could have been home, could have been family, could have been money, um, even aspects of you that like you were maybe confident about or felt like a sense of a stability in your identity. The Tower can have that way too, of even like tearing that down, where it can sometimes leave you feeling like maybe not as confident. But what Spirit wants you to know is like it would have been an illusion of confidence anyways, meaning not the true truth, the true vulnerability. Like there was still would have been a little bit of a mask showing up. So it couldn't have continued. It wouldn't have been in your best interest to continue on in that way. With the Tower showing up in reverse, though, I do feel like the worst of the catalyst change, the pain catalyst change has already happened. Um, so now it's a matter of what are you going to do with your energy now? Where are you going to be placing your focus now? Are you going to be looking and waiting, looking in the past or waiting on someone or something? Or are you going to act and embody today, right now, in this moment? One of the cards said something, I can't even remember. I just remember glancing at it, but it's sort of to the effect of like you don't have to wait on a miracle. It's everything is energy. So you don't have to wait and then question. You can actually step into the way you want to feel. The way you want to be loved is available to you right now. What else is advice for the collective, Spirit? Thank you for this advice. Exactly. You can do this. This is about get going on your path. You don't have to wait for anything. You don't have to wait for anyone to validate you. Knight of Pentacles, moving forward, working on this. Look what you have on the top. Is this surprising at all? The Judgment, your higher path, your higher purpose. That's what really matters here. That's also loving yourself, doing what God called you to do right now. I almost said, can I get a witness? I feel like this is a sermon. Ooh, Eight of Cups is also here, just that further confirmation. You're scaling up the holy mountain here. You're going towards something blessed. You're going towards something that is more in alignment with who you really are. That's something worth celebrating. You are moving on from the broken pieces. See those broken cups? The broken pieces. Okay? And they do not want you to imprison yourself here with the Eight of Swords. They do not want you to get caught up in a negative cycle, a negative narrative. They do not want you to deceive yourself in any way. I already know, I can see here in your energy. Do you see? You are looking at exactly what you need to be doing here. It's like you're so aware of it. You can't look away. You can't unsee that. And you know it has more to do with this love for yourself than it has to do with this, whoever this reverse fire sign person is. Advice, Spirit, for the collective. Whoa, okay. That is insane how they do that. This is so weird. Like, I put these cards back, I shuffle these cards. They're just like talking right to you again. That's all that is. And then on the top of the deck this time, and I'm covering her up, is the World. Okay? Close out the cycle with this person. Which is also closing out the cycle that questioned your worth, which is also closing out the cycle that puts the power in someone else's hands. The power is with you and your higher self. You connecting with your higher self, divine feminine, divine masculine within yourself. That union is the union that matters most. What else advice, Spirit, for the collective? Thank you so much, Spirit. Again with this. Yes. Oh, I know. It's going to be like, why? It sounds like a broken record. They want you to learn. This is a masculine energy, okay? So this is a very specific message for somebody. They're saying someone that this message is for. This is about you stepping into a greater sense of your masculine energy as well, because the masculine side of you too is going to be the side that really kind of like protects and provides for you. So some of you are being asked, if there were homework that I were giving, if you are somebody who leans heavily into your feminine energy and you struggle with masculine energy, this could be a very balancing kind of like homework intervention for you, is to start working with the beauty of your masculine. Your divine masculine energy is what this Emperor is. It's not this fear-based, reactive masculine energy. It's not a toxic masculine energy. This is a graduated divine masculine energy that Spirit is calling you to work with. And the way you're going to know too, if that, let's say you're somebody who you have a hard time setting your boundaries, maybe you let people take advantage of you, maybe you're just like way too open in the feminine and you're showing up a little bit in your wounded feminine energy. This divine masculine energy really wants to take care of you and support you. Okay, so some of you may have wanted to feel this feeling outside of yourself, like, I want a divine masculine energy. I want someone who is willing to protect me, support me, stick up for me, have my back. Spirit is saying you have this within you right here. Do you see? Two of Cups. They are wanting you to come into a greater divine union with you, embody that inner masculine, however you need to see it, an inner father figure. Some of you guys, this is a father wound. Some of you guys, this is the wounded feminine, a mother wound. Daddy's here within you, okay? That is what is needed to be cultivated. And that's a very specific message, I feel like, for some of you here. Other advice? Okay, exactly what I was just saying. The devil. I don't know if I need to cover that up or not. Um, for some of you, this is the wound, it is the codependency. Um, for some of you, this could be about financial stability as well. You have the King of Pentacles showing up here in reverse. So, again, this masculine energy that you are cultivating and working with, for some of you, this goes back to this is like we're getting to this energy of like codependency, and I can definitely see why they're wanting you to cultivate this inner emperor, okay, within you. Remember what I was saying, like daddy provides, like this is the provider. You do have the ability to provide for yourself financially, energetically. Um, but it's not just about money. Like, this is not a message of like, you need to be, boss bitch, independent, get your own money. And that's what this is all about. It's so much deeper than that. Because when you think about money and the energetic of it, it's energy. And in this world, it's the currency that we use to get by, we for our housing, for our food. So it is a providing mechanism. Some of you are being called to work through the energy of your masculine within yourself, your inner provider towards yourself, because that's what's going to help you come into completion with that divine union. I wasn't even ready for this message. I didn't know spirit was going to come through like this. What else? One last piece of advice. I'm here to help you today. Like, I'm serious too. That's the way that this feels. So this might be the energy I was picking up in the beginning. Like, let's just get down to it, to the advice. Maybe that's how you're feeling. You're like, I want to know, how do I do this? What do I need to? I'm ready for the truth. Oh, all right. 7 of Wands, in the reverse, and then the 7 of Swords. Okay. Yeah. An energy about making sure that you're not, some of you are taking from yourself. So, like when the 7 of Wands is in the upright, I read that card as like somebody else taking from you, or like being a catalyst of like a drainage for your energy. And it's interesting that the advice comes through that some of you guys may have a level of paranoia or, I don't know why I wanted to say skittish energy, like gun shy energy, 7 of Wands here. Um, they're highlighting that they want you to look at how you create this within yourself at times. And it's not even so much about um, like you may look external to you, like how are other people triggering this feeling within you? You know what I mean? Defensive energy, paranoid energy. Who could I trust? What's really going on here with these people? But they're highlighting a deception within self that is being highlighted. So when you're not operating in divine union with yourself, and you're not showing up to provide for yourself and being that divine masculine for yourself, you will deceive yourself. You will paranoid yourself out of a connection, out of a blessing, out of abundance. Does that make sense? um it will make it very hard for you here to move forward. It's like being focused on the wrong things here. Yeah. One last piece of advice. So there's something to be said here, just to kind of recap. They want you to work on this divine masculine energy within yourself, your provider, your protector energy. That is not the same thing as being reactive. That is not the same thing as like, I'm ready to fight, or I'm skeptical and looking to see who's coming for me around every corner. No, because this is a different type of security that is felt through the emperor. And it's coming across as like the type of security you've wanted to feel and wanted to be reflected back to in your relationship experience with other people. But a lot of the work here needs to come from healing. We're talking mother wounds, father wounds, your emotional experience, and discontinuing this waiting energy on where you think it's going to come from, whether it's in relationship, coming back to this Queen of Wands in reverse. Like, people who, especially people who are not in high vibrational alignment, and you might be looking to them via relationship, because there's Queen of Wands is an attractive, in when she's in the upright. Well, when she's in reverse, she still might be attractive, male or female. They may be attractive. A fire sign person may be attractive. King, Queen of Wands, there is a charisma. There is an effortless riz. It's an energy. It's not even so much of a look, although a lot of times it is their looks too. So getting caught up in these things or thinking you're going to receive it from something that may seem alluring or attractive, Spirit said it ain't gonna happen. That's not where it's at. Do you see? They're naked, and from behind you can see his bare naked butt. And she's like all into him. Do you see though, this person she's dealing with, she's looking up at the angel and he ain't even paying no kind of attention. And this is nothing to do with you know gender, but I really do feel like they should both be looking up at that angel. Is the vibe, is that's the level Spirit wants you to, because you're looking up at the angel, get the person also. So you see the vibrational alignment, that's your divine masculine or divine feminine. One last piece of advice. I can't remember if I said I already was going to do the one last piece of advice. Yeah. Perfect ending to this reading. King of Cups. In the traditional Rider-Waite deck that I normally use, the King of Cups is very much someone who's emotionally mastered. In this deck, though, the author depicts this as somebody who looks calm on the outside here. Look, I'm a peaceful older gentleman here. Just looks like just a regular day out on the lake or the ocean. But like if you look at the water, like that's insanely choppy. So she purposely depicted this as somebody who their inner emotional world is not being shown here on the outside. So there's a bit of a mask being worn here by this individual. And that sums up sort of the message, the underlying message of the reading, because all Spirit really wants you to do is get right with you. Love yourself. And that is going to be a slightly different road for all of you, and how that looks and shows up and the work surrounded. Some of you, it's mindset plus inner child work plus it's healing the mother, the father wounds. Some of you, it may be soul retrieval. There may be aspects of yourself that you don't even remember that have been, it's been this fragmented, broken off pieces, aspects of yourself, and you're looking for it. If you need support doing this, the link is in the bio. That's what we do. This isn't just reading tarot. This is healing through the tarot. Spirit comes through the tarot to have a conversation that needs to be had with you. And then we bring in the healing components to achieve where you need to go. Okay? I'm sending you love, support. Spirit is seeing you for who you really are, and they want you to finally step into seeing yourself for who you really are. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.